Radio Rahim with Eddie Hearn right here in front of Madison Square Garden, New York. It's becoming your second home. Triple G says the same. This is your first fight with Triple G.
Yeah.
How is this promotion going to be different from what we've seen from him before?
Well, I mean, we teamed up, 6-7 weeks ago, so hopefully you see more bums in seats, you see a little bit more exposure this week. I think really this is about winning this fight. You know, obviously it's a chance for him to become a two-time middleweight world champion. We've got a few of our guys on the card as well. The undercard's really good, but all that really matters is winning this fight, and I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a tricky fight. I think Derevyanchenko is coming absolutely pumped up to the nines to try and win this fight. Stylistically, I think they're going to gel wonderfully, and we're going to see what Gennady's got left in the tank. You know, a few people, I just done an interview over there, someone said, you know, a lot of people saying he's deteriorating. I said, on what basis? You know, well, I said, well, I believe he beat Canelo twice. Second fight was close, granted, but he didn't show any signs of deterioration in those fights. This is the kind of fight that will show us how fresh and how ready he is, and the pressure is on him really to make a statement, because of course, you know, he doesn't want to talk about Canelo this week, right? But the only way you make that fight is for the fans to say we demand that fight, and the only way you do that is to produce a performance in the Garden and on the zone that makes everyone go, we want that fight. So that's the pressure. Firstly, winning, you know, he's got to win, but winning well would be fantastic.
You know, I talked to him last week, and he's a lot less interested in unifying those belts than he used to be. Yeah. For good reason. I think he's learned the business of boxing can be a little more complicated than he thought.
That's what happens. I've got the same question about AJ over there. You know, will he be going for the? You know, once you take a loss and maybe you start realising that the belts are great, but really maybe they don't matter as much as you thought they did. So really all that matters is winning, taking the right fights and looking after yourself, you know.
Well, with Canelo not looking to be so keen on that third fight with Triple G, and Triple G talking about making money and legacy, you're in a unique position to maybe make some fights that might even turn out to be more interesting than a Triple G Canelo third fight. You obviously Demetrius Andrade and Callum Smith.
Billy Joe Saunders.
Oh, you know the names. You're familiar with these guys.
Because I start thinking, you know, look, we've got three guys there who we work with: Demetrius, Callum, and Billy Joe Saunders. People aren't queuing up to fight those guys, right? So what do you do in that situation? You stick them in with each other. Do you know what I mean? I actually believe that one of those guys, at least one of those guys, will get either the Canelo fight or the Triple G fight in the first half of next year, right? But if they can't, they have to fight each other. So Billy Joe against Demetrius Andrade is a really good fight. Callum Smith against Billy Joe Saunders, unification fight in the UK, is a really big fight, you know? So like you say, like Gennady against Demetrius, you know, like these are big fights. So we can't wait around forever, because ultimately the only person that's going to decide whether Canelo fights Triple G is Canelo. So he's going to do what he wants to do. That's why you've got to put the pressure on. The public have got to put the pressure on, but that only comes with great performances.
Radio Rahim with Eddie Hearn.